I hope you take that as an opportunity to seek out wrestling events in your area. Support your local independent pro wrestling promotions.
Bring a 4-year-old girl.
Bring a 4-year-old girl.
Welcome to the Gravity Cancel Podcast.
Hello and welcome to episode 61 of the Gravity Cancel Podcast. We are live from Atlanta. Woo! When you're seeing this, we won't be live, but we are live right now, doing it in real time for you.
I am fucking exhausted.
Yeah, man. Traveling with a large group, it takes it out of you. We had a total of 7 at the Airbnb this year. 7. That's 3 more than last year. And it was... Oh, no, it was only 2 more than last year. It feels like it was way more.
Yeah, it feels like we had the Brady Bunch in this bitch.
Army of minions. Yeah, we had the Brady Bunch. Just
you want to fire off all the names?
Dysfunctional family. I'm not gonna. We probably don't want to name drop them by name.
No doxing.
No doxing. But we had Lover Lady, as always, was with us last year. Came again. We had Umbrin Capt, also known as Banana Man JK.
Which I found out means of the moon.
Of the moon.
Captain. Wait, no.
Captain Moon?
No. Something.
Interesting.
It's a furry reference.
Really?
Yeah. He told me the whole gimmick.
There's some lore, huh? We had Nova Waffles. We had Lemons. We had you and me, and we had Mrs. Spankcakes. So, we do have a live audience. Mrs. Spankcakes is in the house right now. Yeah, full house. Had a sweet Airbnb. That's where we're at right now. 2 units. We all had our own room, which is cool. Not nearly as nice as last year's.
Yeah, it's all about utility. It's not about the numbers.
Yeah, it's not about the numbers. It's about the impact.
Fucking impact.
That's this year's motto. Last year was lock the fuck in. This year it's about the impact. Why is Umbrin just a wealth of knowledge?
He's the goat, man. The absolute goat.
Lovely human being. So started off Thursday. We all got in at different times. Went down, did our badge pickup. Came back, got Glide Pizza. You're
forgetting the best thing that happened when we picked up the badges, though.
Oh shit! We got recognized right away.
By one of the
immediately. Yeah, it was one of the admins, TO admins from last year.
I think a skill shot employee.
Yeah, Meth Head Mike, was that his name?
Yeah, no.
I don't remember.
It was Bedhead.
Bedhead, that's what it was.
It was so funny because you want to explain what I did?
I'll play Bedhead Mike. I don't know why I'm calling him Mike. I'll play Bedhead. Hey, don't I know you? Rox just froze. Completely. For like 10 seconds.
Because in my head, I'm like, is this somebody that, like I sat down and had a conversation with? Did I tell him a gamer tag? Did I tell him my actual name? I didn't know which name to say. Because he's like, what's your name? I remember you. And I was like,
Yeah. The only reason he knew you is because you said you lost all 3 matches last year. That's why.
Yeah. It's probably the tattoo.
Probably.
I showed him.
So got recognized immediately. That kicked off our BCX bingo, which I ended up winning. Thanks to Rox's butt crack.
Yeah, my butt crack stabbed me in the butt crack.
Got Glide Pizza, got that delivered. That was pretty good, pretty okay. Ordered way too much pizza.
It lasted.
It's still in the fridge. We still have like maybe half a pizza left.
Okay.
And then we just gamed all night. Pretty fun little chill night.
Well, we also went to Cards HQ on Thursday.
Oh, dude, Cards
Holy
HQ.
Shit. Which you didn't go in the first time.
No, I was playing Dad.
Yeah,
hey,
playing Dad.
Go get your Pokemon cards. I'll be in the car ordering pizza.
Me and the kids went in and looked at it. It is the most insane store I've ever been in because, like, growing up as like a kid, you get your Yu-Gi-Oh cards, your Pokemon cards at like fucking Walmart. Maybe Kmart got a different setup. And then as like a young adult, I'd run into like, oh, it's a comic shop and they have a couple figures and they also have like a couple tables and maybe they do local tournaments. And then there's been like bigger ones that I've seen. Nothing tops this.
No, this
it was
crazy.
Fucking insane. It was dedicated to cards. If anything, opening card packs.
Yeah, entirely.
Yeah.
There was nothing else in there.
Yeah, like if you notice, there was nobody in there playing each other at a card game.
No.
It was just groups of 2 dudes with like a pile of empty packs.
There was like because I went Saturday. I went Saturday with you guys. there was a group of like 7 guys just pounding over, I don't know, booster boxes of Pokemon cards, just cracking them, man.
So you walk in and there's like all these little aisles that are about, what, 5 foot tall?
Yeah, probably.
And they're glass cases that have all the really expensive like Pokemon cards. Like half of them are like graded and they're all like PSA 9 or 10. And like there's like $1,500, $3,000 Pokemon cards. There's, you know, the nice ones are like $15 to $100. Like, but they had some fucking Mac Daddies in there. And then it's crazy because I just got into the Pokemon TCG and we're going off the rails. We're talking about Pokemon. We spent a lot on Pokemon this weekend. This is now a Pokemon podcast for a short minute. Hopefully the guy who bitched about us not talking about Brawlhalla doesn't watch this episode.
This is all about Atlanta, barely about Brawlhalla.
there will be some Brawlhalla.
At the end, we'll get to the reveals and what happened at BCX.
But it was just so mind-blowing because they had every single like available box set, deck set, booster box, what are the things called?
Elite trainer boxes.
Elite trainer boxes. Yeah. Old ones, new ones, and tons of them. And then you get to the checkout and there's like, it's like just a long line of all the different card packs and you get them in singles. And it was just there's nothing that you could buy that they didn't have. And then, of course, they had a lot of sports stuff, which, you know, sports card is kind of lame.
Yeah, it was a very small section. I mean, much smaller than the Pokemon. Pokemon was definitely their moneymaker there.
And they had, you walk around the backside of it, and not only do they have these wooden bleachers, but like a true ESPN setup that looks way nicer than this, where you can or I guess the store probably streams them opening card packs. I'm going to have to look into Cards HQ.
Oh yeah, they've got to have a Twitch stream.
Oh, for sure. And then they had like 4... You could also get your cards graded. They had like a little section where you could drop off cards to get graded.
So, is it PSA grading? Like,
there's multiple different grades.
No, I realize.
Yeah. I think PSA is like the company that's like most sought after.
So if you get it graded by them, what's it say on it? It doesn't say PSA. It says Cards HQ.
I don't know.
Graded. Are they grading their own cards?
They did have a lot of their own grades.
Yeah.
But I can't remember. I think it said like GQC or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Not 100% sure. But then they also had like these like 4 booths that I couldn't tell if they were employees or just like you could come in and like stream your own openings and stuff. But it was crazy. Absolutely insane. We spent so much on Pokemon cards. It is unreal.
That was pretty much Thursday. Thursday was a nice chill day, and then Friday we hit it hard. Hit it very hard.
We got hit hard.
Yeah, we got hit very hard. BCX 2v2. We ended up going 0-2, as is tradition.
0-2 crew, baby. Oh, that's not where the camera's pointing. 0-2 crew, baby.
The first match, I didn't feel so bad about losing. I actually blacked out. I don't remember.
I also don't remember 2v2 at all, but ones I could tell you everyone I played.
Yeah, we played these 2 kids, Bug and Rage. They looked like your stereotypical Brawlhalla kid, you know? Playing in their mom's basement probably, but hey, no shame. We got obliterated.
Yeah, just absolutely shit on.
Turns out they were like 2,500 players, and since we haven't played with each other in like a year, made it very tough.
Remind me the funny thing that I think it was Josiah. No, it was who was Noah's partner?
Lemons. Yeah.
Yeah, Lemons. Lemons?
Yeah, it's Lemons.
We've been using actual names this whole weekend, and I'm trying not to. The guy who we ate tacos with his dad.
Oh, that one. You said Nova's partner. Lover Lady's partner?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
Glockroach.
2v2 day was a blur.
Yeah.
Glockroach. There we go. So remind me to tell you what he told me when you went into your first ones match once we get there.
Okay.
Because it was really funny.
All right. Yeah, that was not a fun experience. So we ended up going 0-2 pretty quick. Bounced out of there, and the night started. The most magical night of BCX. We kicked it off with the local. Got our lemon pepper wet wings.
Fantastic wings.
Allegedly, they're the best in Atlanta, which they were good. I won't say they're the best wings I've had, but they smoked them, then fry them. Both ended up getting lemon pepper wets. But the place was super sick. I've never gone to a wing place where I get carded up front.
Yeah. They had security out front
Yeah.
people.
You got a bouncer at a wing stop? Come on. So
what is this, a high school in the U.S.?
Oh, man. So we get our wings, and then we're scouting the place. We're like, where are we going to sit with our wings? Where are we going to sit with our wings? Spot it. The throne. There is just this 4-top table above all the other tables.
It's like a few steps above.
Yeah, I would say it's at least a 2-foot platform, probably. And disco lights bouncing off our shiny.
I thought I was going to have a seizure up there looking at my wings. Because they're very glossy wings. And it's just like red, purple, yellow, green, blue. Just flashing on my food.
Flashing off the greasy tots.
And of course, I had a little bit of jitters trying to eat my wings because where we were going next.
Apparently this is a thing. So, as you know, fans of the show probably know, I enjoy a strip club.
A lot.
And there is no strip club I enjoy more than the Claremont Lounge. And we were going there, and apparently this is a thing that people have. They get pre-strip club jitters.
Listen.
Apparently 2 out of every 3 people get pre-strip club jitters.
Bro, I'm pretty sure it's like a parasitic thing. It's like a cognito hazard. Once you hear about it, you suffer from it.
Yeah.
Because it was your lovely wife over here that said it last time we went to Claremont. And that's when I realized as we were walking up, and it was a lot colder last year, we were walking up that street. She's like, oh, I got the pre-strip club jitters. And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Now I do.
No, I get that. I think when you're not the ringleader of the strip club troupe, you kind of you have to find it in yourself. You have to find that strength. When you're not the troop leader, it's nerve-wracking because you don't know where the night's going. I had a plan. I stuck to it, and we entered the Claremont Lounge. And we were the only ones that entered the Claremont Lounge for at least 45 minutes.
We walked up, we all had our IDs out and our wallets were ready to pay the front.
Cover? He's like, nah, just go in.
Yeah, no front.
No cover, no 7.
Just get on in there. We were legitimately the only fuckers in this strip club.
And like, I don't know how it works there, but what I imagined, because when we walk in, it's just bartender behind bar, doing prep work for the night. What I imagine is when we walk in the door, there's a little ding in the back of the back room.
All right, ladies, we got it.
Yep, we're up.
I love that the bartender was like Dolly Parton with no plastic surgery. I loved her.
The quietest lady. We also discovered another new fantastic fact about human beings and getting presented a bunch of cash. When you are just handed $20 in singles, $100 in singles, you forget that you're supposed to tip. It happened to Rox. Happened to me.
I've had money problems this whole fucking time.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, you know what? Let's pay cash here. Oh, we only take card. Okay, cool. All right. Next time, all right, let's just use the card. No, cash only. Get fucked. Holy shit.
Yeah, so we walk in, sit down, and first up to the stage is Evil Cunt.
Evil Cunt.
We call her that, not because she was one. One of the other ones was one, though. But because she had a fat tattoo.
Just big, bold letters.
Yeah, Evil Cunt right above the belly button.
Have I ever told you, this is a little bit of a side tangent, my buddy who got the rainbow word tattoo there?
No.
So it originates from people getting the word Mexico across their stomach. And I had a buddy, Shane, who I've probably told stories about on the podcast, who he was in the Air Force. He was stationed in Mexico, or like right on the border. And there was a bar across the street, or there were 2 bars across the street from each other. One, all the military guys drank at. The other side, just a bunch of Mexican guys. And they would come outside and like try to start fights and stuff.
Right.
And they all had the Mexico tattoo. So this dumbass went and got Kentucky across his stomach. He also has a tattoo on his leg of this like really edgy R that looks like it's made out of spray paint because for about a week there we thought we were going to start a clothing company called Rage Warehouse.
And never took off.
No, but it's still on his leg. And he was dating a woman named Rebecca, and he was like, if the company folds, then I'll just say it's for Rebecca. They're still married.
Wow.
Worked out.
Good for them. Good for Shane and Rebecca.
For the awesome audio listeners out there, this section was heavily trimmed down for reasons you don't want to know. Rox and Spanky get real freaky with this one. Trust me.
We were in the cup chair last year.
We were in the cut chair. She did hit a couple of heel claps, which I always appreciate.
Sometimes they're just on the stage next to him. Sometimes it's between their ass cheeks.
And then she plays the panty game. And then you get the bullseye. And you gotta
Oh my
make it right
god.
there.
We had some stripper drama, buddy.
Her bucket did light up. She snipes us. She's like, you're getting a dance.
Go right over. Yeah, what a freak. Lover lady's gonna have to cut a lot of
Yes,
this.
this is
Just
gonna
like
go
last
on.
year.
This is going to go on for a while. So, we've had that experience. So, yeah, this is the Claremont Lounge. Come back, watch. We just had a night full of senior citizens. Senior citizen strippers and then senior citizen boxing. Watched Jake Paul beat Mike Tyson.
We also had, we made another bald friend at the strip club. We were the only ones at the... It was also kind of funny how, like, the strippers, like, once they had repeated, they were just facing us the whole time, even though this new group of dudes...
Oh, yeah, because they're like, they got the money.
Yeah.
They got the money and they're too stupid not to spend it.
We just had stacks of dollars. And we already... I was, like, just rolling them up and making a stockpile.
It's like playing Sea of Thieves, loading up the cannons before you get to the battle. Oh, yeah. It is a lovely experience. So yeah, watch the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight after that.
What a fucking snoozer!
Yeah, that was the night for us.
Oh my god.
BCX 1v1. Rox had the early show. I had the late show.
Yep.
Had a little intermission between with some tacos. You went 1 and 3.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. You can't go 1 and 3.
I was going to say that. I was like, we'll just skip over that.
I ended up going 0 and 2 with a DQ. Oh, no, I didn't get a DQ. The kid ran in sweating. Guess there was traffic or something. I don't know how you get stuck in traffic when you're running.
It was funny because Glockroach was like, I really hope that guy doesn't show up.
As I'm sitting there?
Because he's like, I hope he gets a DQ. Don't tell him. He's playing at 2,700 more decks.
So, my warm-up ritual, because this always happens. I'm sitting there waiting on my opponent. First match, every time, without fail, my opponent will not show up or will show up extremely late. So my pre-match ritual, I get my little button check, get my button set up, and then I just sit here like this. Just sit here. Just thinking about life. Waiting on an opponent that's probably not going to come. But he showed up. He showed up and he whooped my ass. Ugh. So I ended up losing a 2,700 P kilo Zoom, I think his name was.
It was Zoom, yep.
Yeah, he was wearing a esports jersey. He's pretty cool. I like him. And then I faced another Mordex, pair of Mordexes. MDK
This was
Souls.
the tournament for Mordex. In the finals, winner,
When's
you
it
played
ever
double Mordex.
not
There
the
was a
tournament?
new Mordex shirt.
And
And of course, Sandstorm just like
shit the bed.
shit the bed. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole tournament. We weren't really there. I know he wasn't in the finals.
Yeah, I heard he did pretty bad. This is the part that sucks. Is like, I don't know even who won the tournament.
I think it was Hughes.
Maybe.
We'll get to why we don't know.
We'll get to that.
Yeah, and then so my one's experience was a bit better. So I was, out of all of us in the Airbnb, I was the only one to win their first match.
Yeah.
And I sat down, and it's gotten to the point where you still get a little bit of pre-game jitters, like right?
No, absolutely not.
Not at all.
That's what this is for. I'm just letting it all out.
See, I don't have to do anything to let it out. I don't give a fuck. I'm here for Atlanta, and I'm here for my boys and to support my boys and watch them play Brawlhalla. I sat down, this kid shows up, and I was like, oh, it's going to be a sweaty little kid. He's a small man, really young.
He had a little friend watching him, too.
He had a friend watching him. That's never a good sign. No. I lock in the Chun-Li, he locks in the Jiro, and I was like, fuck. BCX sword play is unreal, and I can't play against Scythe. I manhandled this kid no other. Even my unarmed was just, I'm smacking this kid around.
After the first stock, so I was standing there for support. After the first stock, I'm like, I don't need to see this. I don't.
You left, and I was like, my boy.
So I walked all the way around to the other side. And
I look up after the first. I look up after the first game, like when we were locking it for the second, and you're on the other side of the table, and I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my god! But yeah, I shit on him, 3-0'd him,
bad.
and I felt bad. I do this every fucking year. I think I've won my first match in singles all 3 years.
Yeah.
And every time I'm just like, oh no, the first year I did. Last year and this year I did. Every time when I realize there's no way I lose to this kid, I think this isn't important to me at all.
Right, but it's
is
important to
very
this kid.
important to them.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to beat him, and I'm going to say, hey, let's just tell the TO you won. 3-0'd me. But then, when that third match comes, or third game comes, and I smoke him, I just think, there's a fucking chance. Let's run these sets, boys. Fuck this kid.
And then you lost.
And then I felt bad because we went after that, after I was out of the tournament, we went down to Murph's, had a beer, chilling, had some snacks. I come up the escalator, and he's just sitting in the floor alone, just staring at me as we walked by. And then my loss was...
Queen Eye?
No. The next kid sits down, and he's playing... I can't remember who... Oh, it was Thatch. He was playing Snake Eyes, or whatever.
Yeah. That one was rough.
Absolutely smoked me. Like, no contest. I think one of the games I didn't do any damage to him. And then the next one, I roll up on a match that took like 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah, all day. I was watching them while you were playing your first match.
I sat down, or I walk up, and there's this like very small girl sitting, leaned back like this, legs up, hands on keyboard, just having a great time.
Yeah.
Just having a good conversation with her opponent. And I sat down, and she was very sweet and very nice. It was almost distracting, and she whooped my ass with Queen Nine. Holy shit. The lack of urgency in this girl's gameplay style, just like the vibe she put off was like...
Intimidating?
No, it was inviting, and it was like instead of being like a rattlesnake rattling its tail, like hey, fuck off. Yeah. It was more like the fish with the little lantern that attracts.
Come hang out, come play.
Yeah, come over here. Yeah, let's run some sets. Let's run some sets.
So that was our 1v1 experience. Then we went and got tacos with Glockroach and his dad at Taco La Villa. Taco La Villa, the craziest place, dude.
It was a fucking madhouse. It was like a fucking episode of The Bear in there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They were shouting things. You get in line, and then you get out of line after you order, and you're just watching plates of tacos and to-go orders come out.
There's like the space that's between, like you know the area in McDonald's where like two cash registers are?
Yeah.
There's like that amount of space, and there's like 9 people just fucking running all over the place.
Shouting at each other. I can't understand. They're calling out all the numbers in Mexican.
If
Spanish.
Jesus Christ. If we would have ate inside of there, I probably would have had a panic attack.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, I'm glad we went outside.
I was freaking out because I didn't know what my number... I had 43. I didn't know how to say that in Spanish. But fortunately, we ordered the taco heart plate. And I was the only guy that ordered that.
We'll put a picture. It's also, if you've made it this far and you're on Spotify or somewhere else, just go to YouTube for this one.
Yeah, this one's worth it.
I know you guys still watch on YouTube, but...
So we get this plate of 15 tacos in a heart shape with all the accoutrement. We got the onion, we got the cucumber, we got the radish, we got the lime, and 15 tacos surrounding that, and it was so... I was so full after that. That was before I played my 1v1 too. We did it between his losses and then my losses. I got some tacos. That was cool. Saturday night, we didn't do much. Came back to the Airbnb, got some takeout, and I am proud. I have never been more proud of 2 people in my life than Nova and Lover Lady, because they tried Indian food and they liked it to a degree.
Well, for Jacob,
Lover Lady, yeah,
Lover
everyone
Lady.
knows his names.
Give us a big bleep it there. For him, to an extent, liked it, enjoyed it,
didn't hate it.
Nova fucking crushed that shit, dude.
I was so proud.
He went back for seconds.
Yeah. That's a big ask for someone that just raw dogs tendies, baby.
Raw dog and the chicky tenders.
And then we watched UFC 309.
A little bit better than the Tyson fight.
A little bit, not much. Still Old Man Jones beating Old Man Stipe up. The Oliveira fight, man. I know you guys were hating on it. Oliveira and Michael Chandler, that was a fun fight.
The last round was.
It was a fun fight all around. They were pretzel twisting each other up. Fun stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to say one thing. We didn't watch the finals of BCX. We watched those 2 fights. There's another main fight that we watched this weekend that's better than all of them.
So yeah, Sunday was BCX finals, which we'll get to. Because I really don't know what to talk about because I did not go to BCX at all on Sunday. I dropped the kids off at BCX. I said, I'm getting some coffee. See you guys later. I didn't show up.
I showed up for a little bit.
We ended up going to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. You didn't attend along with that, but me and Mrs. Spankhanks went to the Atlanta Botanical Gardens. 33 acres of plants. Just a fuck ton of plants. Really cool plants, but a fuck ton of plants.
And a tortoise.
A couple frogs. So my Mama Spank Cakes, got me tickets for my birthday. Because it was my birthday weekend. We kind of glazed over that one.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, that's why all those activities on Friday happened. And then Mama Spank Cakes got me tickets to the Atlanta Botanical Garden. A lot of fun. If you're in Atlanta, so the 2 things. If you're not a degenerate. If you are a degenerate, you got to go to Claremont.
Every single night.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. If you're not a degenerate, Botanical Gardens and Aquarium. No doubt. Those are the 2 things to do. A lot of fun. Spent about an hour and a half there. Then we went down to Little 5 Points. Got our Vortex burgers. Tried to do some shopping. Didn't really find much.
Before you guys got there, I slammed a pizza at a...
Savage Pizza?
Savage Pizza.
Yeah.
And there's like it's the logo's
it's
just
so
like
cool.
Is it the Galactus?
I think
from Marvel?
So. Yeah,
There's someone who looks like Galactus. This big banner.
It's just a Savage Pizza.
Yeah, and you go in and they've
cool.
just got like old 90s
Yeah, it's
toys,
such a
Marvel
cool
toys
spot.
hanging from the ceiling. Some of the best pizza I've ever had.
So we go hang out a Little 5 Points for a bit. And then the Y in the road, the split. I'm like, hey, Rox, we're going to watch Deep South Wrestling at New Realm. You ever been to wrestling?
And I'm not a big wrestling guy.
No, but I am. And
Oh boy, are you. Holy shit.
So, Deep South Wrestling is a little independent promotion. Mostly talent out of the South. Georgia, Alabama, the Carolinas. I didn't know anything about them. I just saw it and I'm like, they're at a brewery, it's a free show, I'm going. Not the best show I've seen, not the worst show I've seen. Overall, pretty enjoyable. So,
Well, I was just like, oh, he's gonna do his little thing. He was gonna watch wrestling. Cool. I'll just go to the venue and Josiah, you know who you are. You know you lied to me. I was pulling up to the venue, and he's like, oh, we got like 30 minutes until grand finals. Like 30 minutes. I roll up, and there's still like 8 matches left. And don't forget, White Sheepy's over there stalling in between every single match.
Absolutely.
For like 15 minutes. So I show up, and I watch Godly beat somebody in loser's bracket. This is in top 12. And then I was like, that was awesome. I forgot to mention, when I go into the venue, I got a small glimpse of how not chill this is going to be. I walk in, the whole beer section gone. They've already put it up.
you can't do that before grand finals.
Exactly. My whole plan was to get a small buzz and watch grand
It
finals.
would have been a blast.
Because I wish you knew how awesome it is to watch finals.
I did
like-
last year.
Did you last
Yeah,
year?
I watched it last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, it's exciting. It's fun. But what's more fun than that? Fucking wrestling at a brewery.
Well, so I watched this one Godly match. I was like, this is goated. And I'd like to also point out and just blast it out on the podcast that when I get there, all of our children are sitting in a nice, neat line. And I walk up, and they notice me, and they have 1, 2, 3 of their bags sitting behind them, blocking off seats for not just me, for you and your lovely wife. And I showed up all alone.
I feel so bad, but also not.
And I hop in the middle of the seats, and they're like, "Where's Spanky?" And I was like, "Oh, he's at wrestling." And they all literally, one of them, I think it might have been Nova, thumbs down to you, and they all booed you.
wish I could have seen that.
Oh, it was great. It's gonna live in my brain
because I was doing a lot of booing at a lot of people at wrestling. Let me tell you, brother, you showed up after the fun was had because that first half was lit. Because I was the only one shouting.
Well, I was trying the new weapon while you were doing that.
There were a lot of fake wrestling fans there.
There's a lot of moms and kids.
There's a lot of moms. Dude, the kids were into it. But like the moms, the dads that were riding the belt line, the fucking losers that just showed up to drink beer. Nah, they weren't true wrestling fans. I'm over there booing the heels, cheering the baby faces, giving them hell. Making friends. I made 2 friends while we were there. One of which, little Puerto Rican kid, probably, I don't know, 13, 14 probably. He really liked Xenoblade. I acted like I liked Xenoblade. He didn't hold my spot for me when I went to go grab a beer.
What did he say to her?
he said, "Do you know that guy?" She said, "Yeah, he's my husband." He's like, "Okay, I'm probably not coming back."
It was funny when I got there. You were just like, we made some friends, and you were talking to this Puerto Rican kid, and I walked past him to go to the bar, and he gets real close to me as I'm walking by, and he goes, "That guy's real scary." And
you didn't know anything about him at that point.
I didn't know if he was saying this guy is real scary or
me.
He might have said, "Is that guy scary?" The guy up on the stage.
And then this other girl. So for the non-wrestling aficionados, there's a tradition. Whenever you have your opponent in the corner, you're up on them and you're hitting them. You count out the hits. 1, 2, 3. So this guy starts hitting him. Usually it goes up to a 10 count. He stopped hitting him after 5. But I count to the 5, and then I hear this little voice, this little tiny angel behind me. 6, 7. Little 4-year-old girl in the back just standing next to me shouting. And I gotta finish the count. We go 8, 9, 10, and she cheers and ah! We both just it was so cute. And then, I think it was actually before that. One of the things that happened, I got really excited about. I go, hell yeah! And then I get a look from Mrs. Spanky. She looks over at me like glaring, and I'm like, did someone look at me offended or something? Like, did this mom in front of me give me an evil stink eye? Nope. The little girl behind me goes, hell yeah! After I dropped the hell yeah, I wish I would have heard it because I would have probably thrown her off that chair.
It was so...
And then Rock shows up at like the main event.
It was so funny just watching you because like the crowd had gotten into it by the time I got there.
Yeah.
But you were still definitely the loudest motherfucker there. with actual wrestling knowledge. Saying shit that like yelling out shit I guess you're supposed to say at wrestling. Like
yeah.
The one that sticks out to me the most is in the main event. As soon as it started, the guy who immediately left the ring, you're just like, get back in the ring!
There was one earlier where this guy, I can't remember, it was the guy with the mustache, or the guy complimented you on the mustache. He gets up like on the corner facing us. He goes, he's a chump! And I go, you're a chump! It was so good.
What did the guy say to the kids in the...
Oh, yeah, so this heel guy, he gets up there, and these kids are booing him. He goes, your mom and dad are brother and sister. I lost it, man. I fucking love independent pro wrestling. It's the best time you can have. So yeah, we went to wrestling. Main event was pretty good. That's the only one you really caught. And we went and got sushi. That sushi was fire, man.
So I saw a really cool guy and another guy fighting. I got there. They're still fighting. I say hey to you guys. They're still fighting. I get to the bar, I turn around, and he's beating up the ref, and I'm just like, nice.
I hope you take that as an opportunity to seek out wrestling events in your area. Support your local independent pro wrestling promotions.
Bring a 4-year-old girl.
Bring a 4-year-old girl. She was so sweet. Her mom was chasing her all around.
Oh, that reminds me when you brought up the mustache. I sat down, and anime watchers will get this one.
This is at your 1v1.
Yeah, my 1v1. Yeah. The girl that absolutely obliterated me with Queen Eye. When I sat down, she's like, "Have you ever watched Full Metal Alchemist?" And I was like, "I know exactly what you're gonna say. Thank you." She's like, Armstrong's my favorite character. I was like, great. Did I show you what Armstrong looks like?
No.
Okay, well,
I'll peep it later.
No. Give me 5 seconds.
So that was pretty much Sunday. I think it was Kina and Lore's 1-2. Yeah. You need the little hair
thing. I just get it tattooed.
I think Kina and Lore's 1-2v2. And then you used 1-1v1?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that sounds credible.
Apparently someone's Mordex was popping the fuck off. Apparently.
Use? Maybe.
And then Monday.
Everyone we went to BCX with is going to be so mad at us.
Oh, yeah.
If they watch this.
Oh, yeah. For all you guys out there, I could care less about Pro Brawlhalla.
They were like, this was the best BCX ever, and I'm just like, this is the best Atlanta trip ever.
Yeah, this was the best Atlanta trip. Woohoo! Monday, today, we went to the aquarium. Lover Lady's first time at an aquarium. Dude, I love that aquarium. Every time we go, like, this is my third time going. First one was way back when I was young. So I really didn't appreciate it or remember it. Mm-hmm. But, like, as we were walking through it today, I was just getting so geeked because I'm like, I know what's next. I'm like, the little sea garden snakes are up next. The sea dragons are up next. Dude, oh, man. The penguins were hype, but, like, everything else.
The only thing missing from the aquarium trip this time was the fact that it wasn't a first experience, but the hype level was matched to last year.
Right.
It's just it doesn't get old.
Dude, I love that aquarium.
I like it better than the alligator farm in St. Augustine.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not too proud to admit that.
I'm not too proud to admit it. I love the alligator farm.
So, Lover Lady gives us...
Did I not explain why we call it that?
I think you have before.
So, long story short, I'll make it quick. I have to assure you, I'll make it quick, I swear.
Because we are 43 minutes and we haven't talked about Brawlhalla.
We have. Yeah, we have. But for one of my birthdays when I was in Florida, Wesley and my family took me to the alligator farm. And I was like, oh, yeah, we're going to the alligator farm. And then, which I wasn't saying it yet. But then, like, a week later, Ethan comes down to visit, and I was like, bro, I gotta take you to the alligator farm. And he's like, we're going to alligator farm? And then we just walked around the alligator farm all day going, alligator farm?
Dude, alligator farms are hype, man.
Bro,
they're so fun.
Not even hundreds, thousands of gators at that place.
Really?
It's insane. They've got one that's like, it's called, I think it's the Nile Walk. It is probably
a bunch of Nile crocodiles.
It's probably about a 10-minute walk over top of water on a bridge, just full of gators. Like, I'm talking like schools of alligators.
I need to go to that one.
Oh,
ours is cool, but it's not that cool. I see alligators at work, so there's that.
Fair.
So we go to the aquarium, we wrap up there, we go to Krog Street Market, which is pretty cool, we went there last year, and we go to Ponce City Market, go to the rooftop, play some mini golf. One of the worst mini golf courses I've ever played.
Alright.
We haven't talked about it yet.
Experience was 10 out of 10.
Experience was great.
Mini golf course, absolute dog water.
Yeah.
And we get there, and when we brought up mini golf like a couple days ago, I was like, fuck yeah, mini golf. And then you picked the mini golf place like that day. Like we knew that's where we were going.
To be fair, there's not many options.
And
you have Putt Shack, and you have fucking Ponce City Market Rooftop.
Well, I heard rooftop mini golf.
Yeah, sounds hype, right?
Didn't worry me one bit.
Right.
We pull up to the place, and then I was like, this place is awesome. And then I realized, oh shit, wait, it's on the roof. Yeah. Which one of these roofs is it on?
The tallest one.
Because if
Took us forever to find.
We were lost in that bitch. Do you want to know why you caught me playing Tetris on my phone when we went into this elevator that's the size of a fucking living room? It was taking us to like the 10th floor. Because, have you ever heard of, I think it's the Tetris effect or the Tetris syndrome? Anytime you're about to have a panic attack or you witness something traumatic, just play Tetris for a second.
No shit.
Your brain just, boop. Minecraft's the same way.
No shit.
Mm-hmm. Scientifically proven. Helps with PTSD.
Okay.
And I got up there and it wasn't that tall. It was
Not
pretty
that tall. Pretty tall. Crappy mini golf course.
Absolute dog water, honestly.
You could hit. This should not be a thing. You can putt and your ball will go all the way across the course.
You can putt just a little too hard on the first hole, and it's gonna end up almost to the 19th hole.
Yeah.
It's insane. The mini games though.
The carnival games were pretty high.
I mean, the mini games.
The carnival games are cool, but
the people working them were the best part.
Yeah, no one gave a fuck unless you tried to vape. You tried to vape, they give a big fuck.
I was stealth vaping over there like a motherfucker.
But other than that, it's like, hey, you don't want to play? Here's your prize.
That guy, and so the first one we did was, what's it called? Like some kind of horse thing?
The Derby.
The Derby.
Yeah.
That guy was so fucking high.
Oh my god.
It was insane. After we played, he's like, all right, y'all.
What's my favorite color?
I'll give you this prize if you guess my favorite
color. It was
color.
the biggest prize they had, too.
We named like 10 colors, and we just kept going. He's like, nah, it's simpler than that.
It's simpler than that. What do you mean it's simpler than that?
I was saying like, well, his fucking dreads were teal.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's got to be teal. And then I said teal, and he said, nope. And then I was like, maybe it's like the lighting. Maybe they're actually green. I was like, green. He's like, nope. And I was like, indigo. And he's like, nope, it's simpler than that. Yellow. And he just handed it to me. I was like, fuck yeah, that's cool.
Prize. And then you got a prize from which one was next? The same guy, right? Same guy at basketball?
Yeah, same guy at basketball.
Because you told him a Japanese word.
Yeah, he just started whipping
He
up
apparently
Japanese
knew
on.
Japanese the whole time.
He was born in
Shibuya.
Shibuya, yeah.
Allegedly.
What the hell's happening in Shibuya?
I don't think that's true. I've never wanted to call someone out more in my life, but knowing there was a little plushy duck on the line, not about to call him out.
Duck? I don't know what that thing was.
It's in a fucking toilet. That's what it is
Well,
now.
what's urinal. So I get the duck, and then
You want to fish.
The only thing I wanted was to win at skee ball.
Couldn't happen.
Couldn't fucking happen. We're about to leave. I'm like, I'm gonna play skee ball one more time, but as we're walking by, I stop at the fucking throw the right color in the right hole thing.
I don't even know what the game's called.
And I was just fucking launching them. And sure enough, I got one. And she was like, okay, you can get something from this wall. And I was going to pick the watermelon plushie, but then you're like, no, we went to the aquarium. You got to get the fish. And I was like, okay. I look at one of the ladies that's working there. I lock eyes with her and I was like, what's your favorite color? And she looks up at the wall and she goes, purple. And I go, cool, give me the green one. And then we go downstairs to leave, or to get some food before we leave. And I'm just like holding all these plushies. And you
First of all, I'm walking, and I look back, and no one that I know is around me. And I turn back around, and I'm like, where is someone that I know? And that's why I was spending cakes, and I'm like, where's Rox?
Oh,
He's gone to the toilet. I'm like, that's a good idea. I need to go to the toilet.
And so, I've talked about this on the podcast before. You're always a sitter. It's way better to sit when you pee, because in case you got to do the other thing, it's better. You know, if you also just get to play on your phone for a minute, come on now, it's way better to sit. But I was like, nah, I've been on like 2,000 bathroom trips on this vacation, so I was like, I'm gonna be fast as fuck, boy. So I stand at the urinal, got my plushies under my arm, I'm chilling, I got it whipped out, I'm trying to pee, and then someone sneaks up behind me. He didn't even try to jump scare me, just someone walking behind me gave me a little spook.
I laughed so loud. I just see this man holding 3 plushies trying to piss in a urinal. And noticing the red flannel, I just started losing it. I laughed.
And then my little chicken fell straight into the urinal, right into the stream. And I peed all over my chicken, man. And we left him there.
We got that picture's got to be somewhere.
Oh, for sure. I've got photos.
That might be the cover photo for this.
Is that the only time it's acceptable to be taking pics at a urinal?
Yeah, for sure. I would have been mad if you didn't. Then we grab some food, we come back here. And now we're here, and this is the end of our weekend, Rox.
Here we are. No kids around, house to ourselves.
So, now that we're 51 minutes into a Brawlhalla podcast, let's talk some Brawlhalla.
Hold on,
Let's talk some news.
Let me make sure I got the show notes, because I can't remember most of the announcements.
Okay,
I wasn't there.
New challenge features was the first announcement. New tutorial type thing. New
That's pretty
challenge.
hyped. I'm excited about that.
I like what they've done with it. I like that you can learn how to play a weapon, but they're expanding upon that. They're teaching you how to dash dodge now. There's like this lava map. Did you see any of this? So there's a lava map. You do dash dodge, and if you succeed, you go to the next platform. If you fail, it knocks you back to the first one. There is a dodge read challenge of some sort. So you've got to do dodge reads, which I don't know how they're gonna do because you can't do that unless you can condition it. But
I'm excited for it. It's early 2025, I think.
Yeah, sometime soon.
Oh my god, the most hyped thing. Announcer pack. And they recorded our voices. Oh wait, no, that was the last 2 years and we still don't fucking have it.
There was supposedly an answer on that, and it happened. We're getting plushies.
Plushies? Did you see the video for them?
Dude, the video.
It's a very, like, 90s.
Yeah, the video was hype as fuck. I would have, if I was BMG, I would not have used that aesthetic for plushies.
I loved it.
That's more of like an action figure aesthetic.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
if they were doing the solid, like, the straight, stand-up straight action figures, that's
just
what,
the arms go up?
Yeah, that's what it would have been for. But plushies I'll take. Like, there's a bigger market for that.
I am mad that almost all the plushies, except for Yumiko, are all legends I fucking hate.
I'm buying Yumiko.
It's Orion, Yumiko, Mordex, Nyx.
What's up with all this Nyx love?
They are meat ride Nyx.
Dude!
Oh! Is that on the... Is that on?
Metadev Nyx?
Well, not only Metadev Nyx, but the...
Yeah, it's later.
Okay,
it's later. I got them in a order.
I see it.
So yeah, we got Metadev Nyx. Now we're getting a Nyx plushie. I'm probably going to buy that one too. Nyx is like my least hated Scythe Legend. Mirage?
Mirage, yeah.
Fate? Fate.
Oh, Fate. Fate and Mirage.
So she's my third least hated. So yeah, plushies, pre-order them. You get a sidekick, an exclusive sidekick with each of them.
And they're all like plushie sidekicks.
What do you mean?
Like they're sidekicks, but they're like stuffed animals.
Oh, yeah. And then you get, if you pre-order, you get a pin with it of the sidekick.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So I'm probably pre-ordering all of them. I don't understand this plushie thing. I don't know why people like them, but like, good on you. I'm gonna buy one because I want a sidekick and I want a pin.
Okay.
Next up, the new weapon.
The new weapon's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I did not get to play it because I was watching wrestling.
Am I crazy? I might be manifesting this. It might be bullshit. But when we were talking, I think the last podcast about the new weapon, I brought up, I was like, here are our guesses, but hold on, wait a minute. What if it's just something crazy? Like some, I swear, I think I said like some like Indian weapon.
Yeah.
Because I was like, because what the fuck is a Qatar? And then we looked up what a Qatar was.
Right.
And sure enough, the Chakram is in India.
I remember
a weapon
that
from India.
Chakram is pretty much like the Indian version of a Qatar. No?
Where were the Qatars from? We looked it up. I was trying to remember.
Qatars are probably from Qatar. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it's spelled different.
They are spelled different.
Oh, God.
But yeah, the Chakram. So it's a stance type weapon. The first.
Oh, it's also Indian. It's also Indian.
Both
That's
are?
what. Yeah.
So it's like a shield, and kind of like a boomerang, kind of.
I'm calling it here. So they went around asking pros what their favorite superhero was, right?
Right.
And we thought that was going to be the crossover
Right.
that they announced, right? Wrong, bait and switch. But they're eventually going to announce that we're getting Marvel characters, and we're not going to get. Isn't there a new? I figured it out. I've cracked the code.
Right now?
I've cracked the code. You know how Falcon's taken over as Captain America or whatever?
Yep.
And he's got the shield?
Yep.
It's going to be him.
And
it's
he
going to
splits it into like the wings?
He's going to split the... When he splits it, he just splits the shield in half. I'm calling it right here.
Intriguing.
Quote me on it. Quote me on it.
So yeah, it's a stance type weapon. it starts off in like a shield form, and then you can split it into two chakrams. But it's like they look kind of like guitars. Hold one in each hand, and the fused portion like pulls them in, right?
Yeah.
And then the separated portion like forces them out. So they'll have unique attacks for Dare, Sair, S-Light, N-Light, but D-Light changes it between the two. I didn't get to play with it, but you said it's pretty sick.
It is pretty fun. It reminds me a lot of Boots.
So you think I'm gonna like it? Because I remember
I
when
think you're gonna like it a lot.
You played Boots the first time, you're like, this is your weapon. And it turned out it's one of my weapons. Mm-hmm. Chakram, do you think the same thing?
I think you're gonna like it a lot. I think it really depends on what the legend comes out of.
Yeah, for sure. So, first pairing, what do you think?
So, at BCX, I said that it was gonna be gauntlets, but then I don't think that's right because Boots got gauntlets first, right?
Right.
And then Great Sword. There's not Great Sword gauntlets, right? It's crazy I have to ask that.
No.
But also, like, I'll be like, man, I really wish there was like a bow spear legend.
Yeah, you're like, well, bow spear, who's that?
And then, did I say bow spear? I meant axe spear. And then I'm like, oh wait, my level 50 Bryn is right there in front of me, staring at me.
I almost feel like it's gonna be Scythe.
Please God, no. We're done with Scythe Legends, dude. We don't need it anymore.
I agree.
There's so many unplayed Scythe Legends.
Canon? We just got 7 not too long ago, but there's not many canon legends.
Hold on, let's look at the most recent released legends.
So we got Hammer and Boots, Zuva.
But you know, it'd be crazy if it was Katars.
No.
When was the new Katar legend? Loki.
Same as last Scythe legend.
Hold on,
it's got to be Sword. It's got to be Sword.
Legends. Ooh, we haven't had a new sword since Jae-Yoon.
Ezio.
Oh, Ezio doesn't fucking count, dude. Ezio's trash. All right, so we had Boots Hammer, Axe Greatsword, Boots Blasters, Spear Cannon, Scythe. Oh my God, I think it's gonna be Sword.
Yeah, it's got to be Sword, right?
There's so many legends since then.
Right. It's got to be Sword.
Well, we've also not had a...
Could be Orb, too. Oh, dude, I would lose it for the Orb. My money's on Sword. Sword Chakram would go so hard.
I think it's going to be Sword Chakram.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Unless it's Bow. When was the last Bow legend we had?
Moonu.
Oh, yeah, dude. It might be
Bow?
It might be Bow. Look at this. Look at all those. It's been a while since we got the Bow legend.
It's going to be Bow.
I think it's going to be Bow.
That's kind of hype, though.
That is kind of hype, though.
Oh, I like that one.
In hour 2's, like, I got shit on. Don't get it fucking twisted. But it was the times that I did a little bit of damage was when I was playing Azoth and I was stuck with the bow.
Yeah.
So maybe I'm secretly a bow Katar.
Chakram Bow.
I've also awakened Katars this weekend somehow. My Ragnar was looking clean in the Airbnb.
Chakram Bow. I like that. Star Wars Part 2. Now, you're probably the bigger Star Wars fan than I am.
It's so crazy because
we're like different types of Star Wars fans.
So here's the crazy thing. I don't see myself as a Star Wars fan, but I've watched all the movies. Right. I know like a shitload of the weird trivia that most people don't know. And people peg me as a Star Wars fan, but I don't see it.
No, I don't think you're a Star Wars fan.
Well, a lot of people peg me as a Star Wars fan because I know so much about it.
Yeah. But you just like stories. You like things that you can understand. I don't know. I don't know where I was going.
Anything below a 3rd grade reading level, bleh, I'm in on it.
Whereas I like Star Wars games a lot. Kind of. I like the multiplayer games.
Okay.
And I was a fan of Star Wars back during the Phantom Menace era. But
now this is pod racing.
Yeah, no, this is pod racing. And I fucking love the pod racing arcade game, dude. The pod racing arcade game's so sick. I played the Star Wars fucking Hunters game for no goddamn reason.
That one came out not long ago, right?
Yeah, it's the mobile one. The mobile shooter.
Oh, yeah. Mobile shooter.
Yeah. Fucking fun. But I'm kind of excited about this.
So we have Han Solo as a cross. So Han Solo with gauntlets is going to be looking kind of funky. But
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
did Han Solo ever punch anybody? Probably, right?
Yeah.
Also, when they did the reveal, they did it in like a bootleg version of the Cantina.
Yeah.
And they played like a little ditty, if you will. But the fact that they didn't take that to make like a Han shot first reference with like Greedo thing,
Big miss.
big miss. And Vrax could have been. Vrax was in it. He could have been Greedo. It would have been great. How do you feel about that one?
I feel that you know way more lore than I do because I didn't know who the Han shot first thing was.
Oh, that's like. So they.
No, I know what it is, but I didn't know.
I was going to go on a tangent.
No, yeah. We're shutting that shit down. Han Solo Cross, is there someone better for that? I think if I were to do Han Solo and Chewbacca, they wouldn't be two separate legends. It would be a crossover where, depending on which weapon you picked up, is the character that appeared.
So you're saying like...
When you pick up bow, Chewbacca. When you pick up blasters... So it's for Diana. When you pick up blasters, you're Han Solo.
They like swap out.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I don't know how it would work.
DMG could charge a lot more for that skin, just saying.
Yeah, that'd be like 800 mana points.
But it's hard to make a crossbow into a regular bow. Because they made the crossbow into blasters, right?
For the Daryl?
No, Chewbacca has a crossbow.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's
Wait,
Thatch.
isn't Daryl Dixon Ember? Isn't that bow or crossbow bow?
Is it?
I
It
think
might
so.
be.
Or is that just during the SIG animation?
I don't know.
We don't play Brawlhalla.
We don't know shit about this game. Listen, play game.
Play game, talk about it. Talk about what you think about it.
You just boot up the game and play it. That's all you gotta do. No boot
Han
settings.
Solo Cross, maybe. I think Vivi as Han Solo would be sick.
Just kicking people.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick.
Chewbacca?
Chewbacca Thatch. Did it show what his sword skin is?
Yes. And I can't remember what it is.
We should have done a little bit of... Maybe we should have went to BCX.
Maybe we should have done B6. I know when he does his... is it his D-Sig where he slashes up?
Mm-hmm.
Or is it side sig? I can't remember. He pulls like a stormtrooper out and like holds him in a noogie and hits him with it.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I wonder if he's using the...
Bone thing?
No, there's like a...
Sling.
There's a scene in the first movie of the most recent series when like a stormtrooper breaks out like a nunchuck police baton. It's like electric. It was like a meme for a while because he like floated around kind of weird.
Maybe it is that.
I wonder if he's got him in a noogie and go whoosh with it. That'd be a hilarious reference.
K. Isaiah.
All right, so no fucking idea who K is in Star Wars.
I did a little bit of research on this one actually.
Okay.
K is from the most recent Star Wars Outlaws game, which was also made by Ubisoft.
Oh.
So very
Forced. That's the
Forced?
word you're looking for.
Yeah.
Very forced.
There were so many better options you could have picked.
However, we go from a deep low to the highest of highs, baby. Motherfucking Mando and Grogu, and it introduces not sidekicks, but like followers, companions.
Yeah. They called it a companion cosmetic. So, all right, let's start. Mandalorian Ada, is that the right move?
Yes, 100%. 100,000%.
Reno, dude.
He literally has a spear and a blaster.
Reno.
He has a blaster. Oh, you talking that hit
Yeah,
with Grogu?
with Grogu? That would have been so sick.
That'd be pretty funny. That'd be pretty funny. But more accurate, Ada all day.
Okay,
That's perfect.
That's fair. Man, if I could have a Grogu orb skin though, I would lose it. So
you know what makes me so mad though, and the Star Wars guys will get this. We didn't have to have K forced into here. We could have had Oh God, what's her name? Red hair chick with the blue Mando armor. She's got the dark saber. You guys know who I'm talking
This
about.
is the one that MMA chick played?
No. We don't talk about her.
Okay.
She got canceled, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anti-vax.
Yep.
COVID was a hoax.
Probably.
Kicked off the show.
Maybe.
Unfortunate because she was very attractive.
Okay.
But I'm so excited for the companion.
How do you think it works? Is it going to be an additional slot?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Because they didn't include it specifically with Mandalorian, but I can only assume the only way to get it is to buy Mandalorian.
So, I don't know, because I feel like that's something. I think it's a weird thing to put in the game because it's just a distraction.
It's so fucking weird.
Because it's a distraction. I wouldn't be surprised if it had a toggle to turn it off. You know?
Yeah.
Because it's genuinely just a distraction.
Because they did not pair it with the Mando. Like, when they were describing it, it was not paired with Mando.
From what I saw, it was. But I don't know if it's going to be like...
The way they described it whenever in their little Discord thing. Let me pull it up.
Because if you remember, I don't know if you saw any of this, but like there were a lot of pros, or just not really pros, but like sweaty kids bitching that like they couldn't toggle off like the little pumpkins or the snow for the holidays. And I think they added that eventually.
I hope that's the way it is. Because it's sort of distracting.
I'm absolutely going to be having Grogu, and I'm going to be maining Ada if that's the only way to have Grogu.
Charles Oakley with the fucking Mandalorian.
He's exactly what I thought of when I saw that it was Ada. I was like, Ada's so back on the menu, dude.
And then we have the Nyx graphic novel.
I'm excited about it. I didn't see the announcement. I don't know if they did a video or anything.
They did.
I saw the banners.
So they showed they showed kind of the design process. It was actually a sick video. So they showed some of the design process. It's being produced by Dark Horse Comics, which makes the fucking shit.
They make Spawn.
Yeah.
That's
great
sick.
comic.
That is a way bigger deal than people realize.
No, it's huge.
That's fucking huge, dude.
Because if they can get this to where, like, this is your story mode. If you're not going to get a story mode in the game, this is your story mode.
You guys want a Brawlhalla anime? Buy the fucking graphic novel. That's the way to get it.
Yeah, it's over.
Mm-hmm. And we're in an era where like animated Western, like, I guess it'd probably be targeted towards more like Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, but like we're in an era where adult animation in the West is getting big. Yeah. Castlevania, The Boys had an animated thing, Invincible, and then I'm blanking on the other one, but there's another one. It's like huge.
But it's all starting to get big on.
Yeah, it's starting to get really big. It's riding on the coattails of anime.
Hell yeah. Fucking West, baby. So I'm going to pre-order that. I'm pre-ordering that. I'm pre-ordering a plushie. And then the last thing. They're not clans anymore.
They're guilds.
They're guilds. We are getting clans across all consoles and they're rebranding it as guilds with new features. Gonna get challenges, leaderboards.
You can make a banner?
You can make a banner? I didn't know that. What?
Yeah, Nova told me about it.
So how's that going?
I have no other information about that. He just said he looked back behind me when I sat down at the top 12, and he was like, "Did you see the clans thing?" He told me a little bit about it. He's like, "You can make banners," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, banners!"
So it's gonna be like name, clan tag, title, banner.
Banner. Hopefully it's like the Bruce Banner. Oh, bro, we gotta talk about the Malort Mick and Muggets.
No. No, we're not talking about those. There was enough Malort drink this weekend, and sometimes
it's starting to taste kind of good to me, and I don't like that at all.
Chef's kiss.
Oh.
So yeah, if you were one of those people that was asking for clans on console, you're gonna get it, and I'm excited because guilds, clans have been forgotten about. They're just another way to show what you're about. That is it.
That is it. What's
For
the time
Brawlhalla
at?
News.
How are we doing?
An hour and 11 minutes.
Oh,
Rocks.
that's perfect. That's like...
So the big thing we haven't talked about. White Sheepy mentioned it. We're in year 10 of Brawlhalla. what does this year look like? More crossovers, more legends, new game?
All right, so just the fact that we are at the point that's a great question with the new game. That we're at the point in the podcast that we only have like the hardcore listeners. Love you. Still here. No BMG employees. I want them to redo BCX. I want like I feel like the first year I went, it was like this is all like the best BCX ever.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of reused the same formula.
The first year you went was the first year back after COVID.
Exactly.
Right.
And it was like a whole rebrand, and it was fucking awesome. And then the next year, there's a couple little things where you're just like, the swag bags still say the last year. On
right.
It. Like a couple little things. And then this year, although fantastic BCX as ever, there's less and less. Like merch table, less.
Merch table's whack this year.
Mm-hmm. And then, oh my god, are we gonna fucking talk about it? No, we gotta bitch about it one time.
Okay, go ahead.
So, we get in line for the merch table.
Long ass line.
We're in there for like an hour. And
half of that was taken up because the employee was arguing with her supervisor about something.
I even like snuck up to the front of the line like I'm looking at stuff. This is what should have told me something was amiss here. Because I roll up, so you've got the big long table.
Oh, you knew about this before we got told this.
Hold on, it's hinted at. Yeah. So, long ass table, one line on the very end. And there's a fight going on over here. And I thought, I'm going to sneak over there and see if I can hear a little bit of it. And I roll up, and I'm just like looking at the pins. Like, yes, pins. And I can't hear shit. But the main chick who's like working like the merch booth,
the merch side,
comes up to me and goes, "Is there anything that I should grab for you? Anything you look at?" And I was like, "No. I'm in line. Like I'm in line. Hop back in line." We get to the end of the fucking line that took us an hour to get through, and apparently we were supposed to.
She goes, "What'd you have?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? What did I have? I'm looking to buy something."
Yeah.
I'm looking to tell you what I want, not what I have.
And apparently what you were supposed to do was go up to and it's crazy because the line kept getting bigger.
Right, but no one was
going up front. So she made it sound like she made an exception for us. She's like, okay, go pick out what you want. And then the next person just cut in front. Don't tell them we're letting you do this. But there's no way anyone else knew to...
If you want something, if you want food from this vendor, if you want anything, and you see a line, your natural instinct is to go to the end of the line.
Exactly. They should have had like a Chick-fil-A style, someone going down the line, taking the orders,
what do you want?
And having it ready.
Hey, we need a large sweater on number 2.
Silly gooses. Absolute silly gooses.
So anyways, what do you want out of year 10?
Our first anime crossover. I want more Legends faster. I got a lot of asks.
Do you feel like... I feel like we've got more Legends faster.
Amp it up. Go harder.
1 a month?
1 a month, baby. Get us to 100 by the end of the year.
Okay.
I hope that we don't have to wait 2 years again for a new weapon.
Really?
Yeah.
So that goes hand in hand with wanting more Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't want more weapons and not increase Legend production.
But you can't ask for more Legends without a new weapon, because every time a new weapon opens up, there's more slots to fill.
Right, but we have so many slots to fill.
I mean, we do. I mean, you can fill it up in a year, probably. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I want more crossovers. What I really want is selectable Battle Pass progress. I want to be able to say, if I buy this Battle Pass, it's the only thing, and I've talked about this before plenty of times.
Yeah.
The only thing that Halo Infinite did right was if you buy a Battle Pass,
you get it.
And you quit playing that game, and you're halfway through it, and you boot that bitch up in 3 years, it is sitting right there for you to keep doing. But what if you like the new one? Well, you can just buy it. and start progressing that one. And if you ever want to go back to the first one, you can go right back to it.
Yeah.
Because I am currently tier 28, 29. Yeah. Now I got to wait like a year plus for it to come back in rotation. Be nice if I could just keep
playing. Yeah.
That would be nice to add.
I think what I want is an answer on the future of Brawlhalla. And that's a generic statement. I don't know where this game's going, but if I'm going to continue to support it, I want to know the direction of it. I feel like you can only ride so far on the current platform.
I don't know, because the equation that they have down, it works.
It works.
It works.
Absolutely. But getting new players into it, where does that come into play?
That's with the whole redesign of the UI. Like,
is that going to bring
freshen
new
it up
players
slowly? And they might start doing full weapon reworks like they did Cannon. They might start doing aesthetic reworks like they did for Zol, Thatch, and...
See, I think that's where they need to put their money, is updating some of the old mechanics, old legends, because that will help keep your player base interested, except for the save few that don't like the changes.
Mm-hmm.
And I also feel like crossovers is your moneymaker.
Mm-hmm.
You need to keep going for crossovers that are popular and that will draw people in. If you're not going to change the game completely, if you're not going to release Brawlhalla 2.
Lover Lady's gonna hate this, but if they added anime crossovers, they would make so much more money than they currently do.
And making money's fine, but building a player base is what they need.
You know what builds a player base? When people... The reason I wanted the new Mortal Kombat was because I could play as Homelander or fucking the guy from Invincible.
Did you buy it?
No.
Right.
But I wanted to. But what if... But you know what I would have done? If I saw, holy shit, Homelander's in this free-to-download game that's half a gig and takes me 30 seconds to download, download it.
Download and buy.
Download and buy.
Okay. I can see that.
Because that's the type of gamer I am. I downloaded Kart Rider Drift. It was a free Mario Kart ripoff on Steam that the servers aren't even on anymore. But like after playing it for 20 minutes, I was like, I'm going to get all my friends on here. Immediately bought a skin for like $4.
Yeah.
That's how you make the money. Anime. Put it in it. Get the rights.
All right, so your money's on anime.
Bungie.
Mine's on redesign. And give me direction. Give me direction.
He wants Brawlhalla 2 is what he's saying.
I do want Brawlhalla 2. I think they could make something special.
It goes straight from 2D Fighter to like Mortal Kombat clone. Or, imagine Brawlhalla characters in the game you got me to get. The story mode is just watching an anime. Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear. Yeah,
imagine Brawlhalla characters in the Guilty Gear.
I would love a
style.
Trad Fighter.
That
Brawlhalla.
would look sick.
It would. I feel like they need to expand beyond platform.
First-person shooter.
Team hero shooter.
Team hero shooter. Oh my god, we're cooked. A MOBA maybe.
A MOBA?
A trading card game where we can open packs daily?
Oh, talk dirty to me. Alright, that is it for BCX 2024. Because we are running out of things to talk about.
We sure fucking are. I'm ready to party hard our last night.
Please tune into episode 62, which we will probably record before the end of the year. Please like, subscribe, and watch the YouTube, because I don't know why we're recording a video if you're not watching us on YouTube. And please keep playing Brawlhalla, because we love this game and we want it to thrive. And after this BCX, I kind of feel like it's dying, and I don't want it to die. Peace.
That was really heavy to drop at the end, bro. Peace, I guess.